Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss.
Oh, hell no. Hi guys, it's Yoni and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about monogamy, marriage. We're also going to be talking about the wifely duties that we face as women when we get married. And we're also going to get into 50-50 relationships. But before I dive deep into this topic of conversation, let's get into the sponsorship. So this video is sponsored by IC Hair. They sent me this headband wig. So let's get into the specs and all of that tutorial, try on and everything. And then I'll be back for my commentary. So let's go ahead and get right into this try on / tutorial. So I'm going to go ahead and lay my edges. And as you can see, I have in 4 cornrows, fat cornrows, and they are just straight backs basically. But the way I parted my hair, I wanted to do something a little more on the creative side. So I went with this type of pattern for my braids underneath because I know the front of my hair, like my hairline, is going to be out. So I wanted to do something a little different. So I have 4 braids and I'm just going to go ahead and bobby pin them in the back. And then I'm also going to take a net. Oh, I forgot. This is what it looks like in the back. But I'm going to take this net cap because it still allows my scalp to breathe. You guys know I'm all about healthy hair, even when I do choose to decide to wear wigs and, you know, protective styles and things like that. So this headband wig, I think it comes with 5 clips, I believe. But it's so easy to install, you guys. I mean, it is just so easy. And then the band that it comes with, it has Velcro. So literally that is all you have to do. And then the Velcro will hold it in the back. It's just amazing, you guys. It's literally this simple. So if you're in a rush, need to style your hair last minute, this would definitely be my go-to wig. And if you're not really good with lace fronts or you feel that lace fronts are damaging, this is just the perfect unit for you. If you are newly natural, this is the perfect wig. Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine having a TWA and having this headband wig. OMG, it would definitely be my go-to just because it's so simple and you can still get away with wearing a wig and it being, you know, just not a lot of work because lace fronts are just a lot of work. So I'm laying my edges. If you watched my ponytail wig a few months ago or a few months back, I had some issues with my edges, and so I have been using the Wild Growth oil that I got from the beauty supply store. The original bottle and the white and green coloring on the bottle, that is the bottle that I use. So it's definitely working. Like, I see a huge difference in my edges thickening up. And the reason why my edges were so thin was because I got the faux locks and I didn't even realize it, but I was doing entirely too much too soon when I got the faux locks, like last November, somewhere in there. So this is how my edges turned out. I did my makeup on my Instagram. I did it on Instagram Live. So if you want to see me do my makeup, definitely follow me on Instagram because I will do it on Instagram Live. But this is how the unit turned out. And then I just wanted to add some accessories. Yes, this unit came with headbands, lashes, and a comb, and also wig caps. But I decided to do these cute little butterfly clips because I think they're so cute. And then I'm just picking it out to add more volume, and this pretty much completes this install. check out Icy Hair. All information will be down below in the description box if you are interested. So let's go ahead and get into today's topic. Today, I wanted to talk about this post that ended up going viral all over social media. Basically, this post, it really highlights 50-50 dynamic type of relationships. So let's go ahead and get into this post, and then I'll be back for the remainder of my commentary. So it reads, "Dear sis, if you are working 50 hours a week, waking up 2 hours earlier than him to cook breakfast, get the kids ready for school so you can drop them off before you go to work, making their doctor's appointments on your lunch break, rushing through traffic to pick the kids up from aftercare so you won't get charged the $1 a minute late fee, cooking dinner while helping the kids with their homework, serving the king his dinner first on a real plate because plastic is disrespectful, washing the dishes after he and the kids finish and leave everything where it is, making sure the kids get their baths and put lotion on afterwards, laying out their clothes and making sure they're ironed, picking up a few toys in their room while you get them to bed, folding a load of clothes after you started a new one, finally getting in bed exhausted after 11 p.m. so your man can wake you up at 2 a.m. for sloppy toppy before giving him some with you on top, ... again, and you pay 50-50. You're not married, you're trapped. Fight me." Well, sis, I'm not gonna fight you because I'm on your team. This ain't it. This is not it. That's not living, that's surviving. And I'm not signing up for that. This is why I didn't want to get married. When I was younger, I would say around like 23, 24, marriage was just something I didn't want. And it was because I had watched all the women in my family do this, whether they were married or single mothers. I watched all the women in my family do this. And I was like, no, I'm not signing up for that. So I'm not getting married. I'm not signing up for that. I'm not getting married. But then I realized first of all, there's not just two ways. There's multiple ways you can skin a cat. Is the saying. That's how the saying goes. There's multiple ways you can skin a cat. And how I saw these women in my family do it, which is basically the list that you guys just read, right? It's not the way that I have to do it. So I can still want to get married and I can still want marriage. Doesn't mean I have to sign up for this 50-50 death sentence. Because that's what that is. You're going to mule yourself into the grave. And I feel sorry for women that are stuck in marriages right now that are doing this. And their beauty, their health, it's literally deteriorating before their eyes. I tell you guys all the time, people always DM me on Instagram, "I'm trying to lose weight, help me." I have to ask you, what is your lifestyle? Because if you're stressed out, running your kid all over town, doing this for your man, or in a relationship where you're not getting the support, you're not going to lose any weight. A lot of women who follow me, the reason why they can't lose weight is because they're stressed. You can't lose weight when you're stressed. You can't lose weight when you're overworked. You can't lose weight when you don't have the support. It won't happen for you. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. And you know, the number one thing that kills me about black men is they see their moms and they see how their health is not good, their weight is not good, their weight is not healthy, regardless of if they're underweight or overweight, it's just not healthy. Their health chart is just not healthy, but they expect for their woman to be like their mother. I'm not your mother. I'm not. I'm gonna get a maid, a nanny, a housekeeper, whatever. This is what I don't understand about black people in black culture. If it's gonna make your life easier, why not invest in yourself? Because this is how I see it. When I get married, I feel like if I'm not stressed, my man's not stressed, my kids are not stressed, and my kids are not living in a stressful environment. If it makes the home healthier, if it makes the environment healthier, if it makes me less stressed, it makes my man less stressed, my husband less stressed, it makes the kids less stressed. What's the problem? But you know, some of these men like to guilt trip you. Well, my mother, I'm not your mother. Your mom had to do what she had to do because she had no other choice. I have choices. That's why my mother and my grandmother sacrificed. They sacrificed for me to be able to have certain opportunities, certain options and luxuries that they could either not afford or they couldn't have. So I'm not about to live the struggle life just because that's what you saw your mama do. We're supposed to progress, move forward. Having help and getting the support is so necessary. It takes a village to raise kids. And I refuse to be overworked in a marriage. Which brings me to my next point. Now, if you don't know who DeVal and Kadeem are, they are basically influencers. DeVal ended up being on a hit show on BET. I'm not aware of the name, but Kadeem, they're like influencers. DeVal ended up going viral a few years back. And basically he ended up going viral because he made a video about how hard it is replacing his wife for a few hours and how he had to take care of the kids and how he felt drained, tired, overworked, right? I'm gonna have to post the old video. He ended up going viral because he was complaining about how he was so tired and exhausted and all he did was get the kids ready for the day.
Let me tell y'all about the morning I had. Kay left me with the kids by myself to get them ready. Now, she normally don't do that. She normally get them ready before she leave. I will never in my life ever ask her what's taking so long again. It took me an hour and a half to get both these kids ready. I burned like 1,500 calories. Midway through the change, Roro poops. So now I gotta bathe him. I take him out of his clothes, I put him in the bathtub. Jackson was already dressed. You know what he did? He went and got up dressed because he thought he was going in the bathroom. Now he undressed, Roro undressed. We back at square one. I finally get them two dressed. I go to hit the door. I realize I ain't even got no damn clothes on. I got on socks and drawers. Now I put Roro down. He's screaming at the top of his goddamn lungs. I'm losing my mind. He's screaming at the lungs. Jackson is no help. He's on his iPad the whole time. I finally get them ready. We get out the door. We get to the car. You know what I forgot? The car keys. Had to go back upstairs. I'm so tired. I don't even know where I'm at right now. I just want to go home. I just want to go home, take a nap.
So imagine a woman doing that while working, which is very interesting in 2020 that he's basically saying Kadeem, right, does not meet his sex drive. And I wonder why. The thing that really irritates me about this conversation, and it's really unfortunate because I like their family. They seem fun. They seem down to earth. They just seem real, right? But I didn't like this. I have to keep it all the way real. I did not like this, and honestly, I was left disappointed. I was left disappointed in DeVal. I was left disappointed because he's giving me vibes that basically they have traditional roles within their marriage, yet Kadeem is still expected to go outside the home and be a non-traditional wife. And I don't feel like that's fair to her. And then he's sitting up here basically complaining about how she does not meet his sex drive. So let's go ahead and get into this, and then I'll be back for the remainder of my commentary.
I am not allowed, based on our marriage laws and the contract we've signed with each other,
right,
to have sex with anybody else.
Right.
So these urges that come, I have to share them with the one person I decide to spend the rest of my life with.
Right.
So that brings me back to my soundbite.
Okay.
Right. I don't understand, and this is what we can discuss as a woman, because I don't want to say it's a man versus woman thing, but a lot of women do complain, oh, my husband's always on me. Why is he always on me? If sex is going to be a chore for you that you don't really want to do, why do women constantly push monogamy on men? If you know that you don't want to have to deal with him all the time just wanting you, why do you push monogamy on men?
Well, who's to say I pushed anything on anybody? Like,
well, we know that you pushed monogamy on me.
I pushed monogamy. I forced you to get married to me?
Time out. I didn't say you forced me to get married, but did you not say to me that you wanted to be engaged and you wanted to be married before you lived with me? You didn't say that?
I want $1 billion. That don't mean I'm going to get it. I can want something, asking, but not...
You right now you're dodging the question.
Nobody pressed you to do it. Yes, is that something I wanted? Yes, it was. But... You
didn't press me to... Are you going to lie now to the people because we're talking about sex?
DeVal,
you're going to lie now to the people?
DeVal. Knowing...
Kadeem, you didn't want monogamy?
Of course I did.
So then why are you avoiding the question?
That's not avoiding the question. I'm saying, does that mean because I want it and I requested that you were going to deliver it? Like, nobody pressed you for that.
Time out. You just said you wanted it and requested it. Do you not hear yourself?
I can make a request. Is the request going to be granted?
That's up to you, bro. Am I not granting you monogamy?
You are granting it to me.
So this is my question.
Look at your boy. Look at your boy.
This is my question. If you wanted monogamy,
okay,
Why would you want monogamy if sex is a chore for you? That's the question. You're avoiding the question.
I'm not avoiding the question, but at first you said women, or in general me specifically, are pushing monogamy on somebody. Okay, yes, that's something that I wanted, but I didn't press you for it and be like, Deval, I'm gonna hold a gun to your head to propose to me.
Time out.
Also, let me finish. Also, I don't feel like I was adequately prepared for marriage. And I've said that before, because if I knew that marriage and monogamy was going to involve me trying to meet you where you were at sexually for years to come, then I probably would have reevaluated it if I wanted to be monogamous anyway.
So the part in this video that really irritated me was the simple fact that Deval couldn't understand that if Kadeem got more help around the house, she got more support around the house, whether they hire a housekeeper, a nanny, a maid, or whatever, she would be able to match his sex drive. See, men, they still want the woman to have the body, to have the beauty, to have the energy, to have the sex drive that they had prior to marriage. But they don't understand what it really takes to have that. They think if they watch their mom do it, then what's the problem? And the thing that really irritated me with Deval was he couldn't understand that if she just got the support that she needed in the home, he would be able to get the sex that he is looking for. He would be able to get a woman that could match his sex drive, the same woman that was matching his sex drive before marriage. Basically, Kadeem was complaining about how she just wasn't in the mood, and a lot of it was because she was just tired, overworked, and drained, considering how you're caregiving and nurturing within the home, and then you're also being a full-time employee outside the home, so it's like your partner just gonna have to deal with it. He could not understand that, but if Kadeem got the support, she would be able to get in the mood. She would be able to match his sex drive. Black men love to say, oh, black women, they let themselves go after they get married and whoop-de-woo and what. If they have the support, they would not do that. Because I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, and women, their routine every day, every morning was they would walk their kids to the bus stop, watch their kids get on the bus stop because they did not work. And then after they would drop the kids off or watch the kids get on the school bus or whatever like that, then they would go to Pilates, or they would go do yoga, or they would sit by the pool and tan or whatever. That was the norm for me growing up, was to be able to see that. Meanwhile, my mom, she didn't watch me get on the school bus. I had to watch myself and my brother. We had to watch each other get on the school bus. My mom was already at work by the time I was on the school bus or bus stop to go to school. See, there's a difference in cultural norms, and no one likes to talk about that. A lot of black women are overweight or unhealthy or underweight or whatever the case may be. It's because they simply don't have the support. So if you are a man and you're wanting your wife to be fine after kids, you want her to match your sex drive and all of that, you need to be supporting her in order for her to be able to do that. Be the type of provider man that can provide her the space in order for her to be able to take care of herself and look after herself. Don't be muling her around and then expect for her to be ready for you later. It's just, it doesn't work like that. So I need men to understand that. And that was the disconnect within this conversation with Deval and Kadeem. And it was because Kadeem, she's Jamaican, and then she's an Americanized Jamaican, so she is also working full-time outside the home, and she's also caregiving full-time within the home. So she didn't even really know how to really convey or explain to him why she just didn't have the same sex drive that she had prior to marriage. And also, part of support is, if a woman is experiencing postpartum depression after kids, are you a provider man to where you're getting her the help that she needs, like therapy? Because therapy is needed. After you give birth, therapy should be a part of your aftercare when it comes to birth. And I would like to see that more within the black community, black women. And I know a lot of you guys feel like, well, I can't afford it and things like that. To the ones that are not married, this is a conversation that you need to have with your partner prior to marriage, and you guys need to have that understanding that you need aftercare support after you have every child that you have, and you get the therapy that you need in order for you to continue to be successful within your marriage. People think aftercare therapy after birth is just an option. No, it's not. Just like working out is not an option, aftercare birth therapy is necessary. So you need to make sure that you are marrying someone that can afford to put you through therapy. That should be part of your level up, is that you're not only hypergamy for bags and just money. Like, you're actually getting the support that you need within your marriage if you do give birth, if you do have children. So that is something that you guys need to consider. But what I'm not going to be, and this is no shade to my mother or my grandmother, they did what they had to do because they had no other options. I have choices, I have options. We are the generation that has options, we have choices. Do not settle because you are not going to be happy. And the whole purpose of hypergamy and femininity is for you to be healthy, for you to be in luxury. And luxury is being in a marriage that offers emotional support, which is what DeVal lacked and is lacking within his marriage, in my opinion. He does not give Kadeem the emotional support, because if he did, he would be a little more understanding behind why her sex drive is not matching his, and he would do what he needs to do as a man to get his wife back to where she was sexually. That's my opinion. I'm sticking with it. I know a lot of us are either single, not married, or maybe we're just in a relationship that's not that serious yet or hasn't gotten to that level yet. But these are things that you need to think about as a woman. You can't just be out here dating, and I mean, you can if you're just doing it for fun. Maybe you're dating for fun or social reasons. But when it gets to that moment or that level, these are conversations, these are things that you need to think about. These are uncomfortable conversations that you need to have, because you don't want to get in a marriage where all of this is up in the air. You need to know for sure that your partner is going to be okay with you getting the additional support that you need in order for you to be a successful wife. And that's all that I have regarding this video, you guys. So I would love your thoughts and opinions, so make sure you comment them down below, and make sure you also check out Icy Hair. I'll make sure to leave all links down below in the description box. This is Real with Yoni, and I will see you guys in my next video.